All right. How's everybody doing this evening? We only got about maybe two or three questions tonight, so we know we'll end early. But if you guys have any more questions, we're happy to answer them. Um, we do have a lunch and learn on Friday as a reminder. It's going to actually be at our office in Greenbelt, Maryland. We're going to be going over different case studies of some of our agent investors, some of you guys. And so try to make it. We're going to be talking about all things real estate investing, from flipping to buying and holding to fix and flip. So try to come out. Try to come out. All right. So Keith, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I think you said we only have about three questions.
Yeah, maybe two, three. Yeah. Just to recap last Thursday too, Greg, had a really good mastermind session with PropStream. I am waiting on the recorded version to come in for our platinum coaching students that could not make it, and even for the ones that did, it'll be a good just kind of a review to have that in Coach Accountable. So I'll alert you guys when we get that in. And so with that, so Greg, Jade has the questions for tonight. And so Jade starts us off with Section 8. She wants to know, do you do annual rent increases with Section 8? And if so, what is the percentage?
So I do. The percentage is 5%. You just have to make sure that the tenant that's in your property qualifies for the increase. And so Section 8 will go up. They'll actually go up every year, but your current tenant just has to qualify with their own with Section 8's calculation. And so which consists of like number of bedrooms needed, like and number of children, their income, the area, that kind of thing. So they do a calculation to, number one, see if you can go up, and then number two, if the tenant qualifies. If the tenant qualifies, then they'll do it. If you want to go up and the tenant doesn't qualify, then that just means you've got to move the tenant out of your property to get more. Mm-hmm. But you can go up 5%.
Okay, thanks for that, Greg. So Jade has another question regarding private lenders. So Greg, what terms do you use for private lenders? For example, like family, do you draft a promissory note? Is there a draft available for Jade to look at or review?
Yeah, Jay, just text me. I'll send you the promissory note that I use. I generally use 10%. So if you want to just send me a text message with, I know we have your email address, but it might be quicker if you just send me your email address. I'm happy to send you my prom note. I had an attorney write it up probably 10 years ago. And so, and it should be in Coach Accountable also.
I believe it is. Yeah.
You're Coach Accountable. But I can walk you through it. But I think the answer to your question is, on average, I think I charge an annual percentage rate of 10%, which means if you only keep their money for 6 months, half the time, then the interest rate would be 5%. So I annualize it over 12 months at a 10% interest.
Believe it or not, Greg, those are the questions for this.
Oh, we only had 2 questions.
Yeah.
So we've got, looks like we've got Karen and Tracy and Charlene on. And Tamika. And so we've got the 4 ladies on. Why don't you guys put in the comments section, maybe what any challenges that you guys may be having, and maybe what are some of your goals for the year. We can do that, and then we'll get out of here. If you guys want to put that in the chat, in the comment section, maybe what are some of your challenges, if any, and then maybe what some of your goals are.
Yeah, we're kind of at the midway point of the year. So we know we want our investors to finish strong, and so it would be good to hear some of the goals.
Let's see. Tamika actually has a question. What was the name of the hospital healthcare company that buys homes in Baltimore? It's Bond, B-O-N, Secure. I wanted to say that's spelled S-C-O-R, but you can Google it.
I think it's S-E-C-O-U-R-S.
Okay, Bond. So I would just Google hospital Bond and then start spelling out secure, and it should come up for you. Mm-hmm. Because it's a I think it's like a management a hospital management company, or they just own hospitals, and so they're in a number of different cities. I think there's a Bond Secure in DC also. All right. We may have, I think Jade just got on, Keith, so we may have to answer her questions again. Jade, put it in the comment section if you heard my answers to your question. Let's see. Karen is saying I'm getting a lot of out-of-town referrals. Okay. Oh, that's good. Karen, let me know when you're able to come by the office. I went on a PropStream live webinar this evening. And so I think I understand a little better, but I'd like to go over it with you. So if you have some time this week or next week, just sit down with me to go over PropStream. I'd appreciate it. I'm just trying to familiarize myself. All right, Jade, we'll go over your questions one more time. Let's see what Kaylin is saying. Finding finance. So she's having for renovations for her first fix and flip. And so, Kaylin, you can call me. You can call Tarsha. We'll help you find the financing. But if you want to set up a one-on-one with me to talk about the financing, just go to gbschedule.com. And I'm happy to talk to you about your financing. All right, let's see. Karen, I now have a bird dog in Capitol Heights and received 5 distressed properties. Oh, she received 5 distressed properties today, and we'll skip trace them. Okay. Mm-hmm. So bird dogs are helpful, and that's gonna bring you even more leads, Karen. Let's see. Charlene is saying, would you give a contractor another chance if they agree to the lower price, then left off the renovation of the basement, and suggest that we talk about it? I don't know. Charlene, call me or set up an appointment with me. I think there's a few more questions I would want to ask. I don't know if you fired that contractor or not, and then want to give them a second chance. So I don't know if I would want to know a little more. Yeah, I would want to know a little more. So call me. All right, Keith, let's see. Ask me Jade's questions again.
Sure. Hey, Jade. So I know you want to know from Greg, does he do annual rent increases with Section 8? And if so, what is the percentage that he uses?
And so I do, Jade. I use 5%. That's kind of standard. The tricky part with Section 8, though, is um, the Section 8 recipients qualify for the vouchers. And part of their qualification is their income, number of children, the area, those type of things. And so they qualify to pay a certain amount. If you go up on the rent, which I have, but if you go up, you just need to make sure that they qualify, because if you go up on the rent, they may not qualify for your particular house. And so you just want to make sure of that. Now, if they do qualify and you want to go up on the rent, then Section 8 is more than happy to pay you more. But you just need to make sure you can either talk to the tenant or talk to the counselor. If you want to go up, say 5%, you just want to make sure that the counselor does the calculation to make sure that the tenant still qualifies. And what was the next question?
Yeah, so the last question Jade had, Greg, was what terms do you use for private lenders like family?
Oh, yeah.
And do you draft a promissory note? Do
And so,
you
Jade,
have one? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay, so Jade, I do have a promissory note. You should have it in your Coach Accountable. But yeah, I had an attorney draft one up for me about 10 years ago. And so I'm happy to share that with you. I generally charge 10% annualized over 12 months. And so that's what I generally charge, just like 10%. So let's say that I've done that, and I've had some properties that I was in and out in 6 months. And so I only kept their money for 6 months, which means since it's annualized, you really pay per month. But since it's annualized, it came up to me paying 5% instead of 10%, because I kept it half the time. But you can annualize it over an annual percentage rate of 10% annualized over the 12 months. And then you just, depending on how, you just do the math, it's a proration. Once you get to the point where you return their money. And so if you keep their money, like I said, 5 months, you pay half of that. If you keep their money for 9 months, then it's 75% of that. So you just do the math, but it's 10% annualized. And I generally don't make monthly payments, interest payments. So there's no payments just like most of the hard money lenders, or all the hard money lenders that I use. I don't make monthly payments. I just pay everything when we sell the house. And so that's what I do with my private lenders. Private lenders and hard money lenders are basically the same. The difference is a hard money lender has turned the lending into a business, and a private lender has kept it like, private, like kind of onesie twosie. And they're lending their money. A hard money lender will lend their money and other people's money. And so Jade is asking, how is that more beneficial than a hard money? So no points, definitely no points, I would say. But I have hard money lenders that charge 10%, and they don't charge points. Or one of my hard money lenders charges 8% and 3 points. So 8% and 3 points. If you keep their money, points you have to pay up front. So you're paying the points. Points are percentage. So it's a percentage of the loan. You pay that up front. And then if they're charging you 8% and you only keep the money for 6 months, you're only paying them 4%. So you add the points, which is 3%, and a percent, which is 4% to 7. So overall, you're really paying 7%, which is good, for to a hard money lender. And you can offer that same deal if you think you can be in and out in 6 months. You can offer that same deal to a family member. If you can be out annualized 8%, and then 3 points, so you're paying the 3 points, and then you're only paying half of the 8%, which is 4, so you pay a total of 7. So you can do it that way. And so Charlene is asking, do private lenders put a lien against your property? Absolutely. So look at private lenders is the same as a hard money lender, as the same as your regular conventional lender. Anybody that's lending money, they're going to put a lien on your property. And then once you sell the property and give them their money back, they just release the lien. So they definitely put a lien on the property. All right, Keith, I think that's it. We didn't get a lot of questions this time, you guys.
No.
Again, we do have the Lunch and Learn. We're excited about the Lunch and Learn this Friday, because it's the first time that's going to be in our office. And so we're excited about that. A lot less work for us to get set up. And then we're going to have some of you guys there. So if any of you guys have a recent deal that you want to be a part of the panel and talk about, just let us know. We'd be happy to have you on the panel to talk about one of your recent deals, recent as, let's say, within the last year or two. And just, I think the more case studies we do and people see that there's people that look just like you doing these things, the better off everybody is. And the less intimidating the process of investing will be, when they see you. And so if you guys want to participate, talk about a property, the good, the bad, the ugly, the numbers, whatever it is, we'll be happy to have you on our panel.
And Greg, aren't we also doing something on the 17th, Saturday?
Yeah. So we have a shadow event.
Right.
We need to send that email out because that's this Saturday, right?
Probably. Yeah. I was going to send it out tomorrow. Yeah.
So sorry for the late notice, but yeah, for our Platinum coaching students, we are having another shadow event this Saturday, probably in PG County. We'll look at. My hope is to look at some properties that we can actually buy. I'll be looking at properties. I like to wait to make sure that these properties will be still available, but I'll start looking for properties tomorrow that I think make for great deals. And we'll spend the morning looking at these. I think, Keith, I don't know if we should start an hour early. I'm thinking we should start an hour early at 9.
Yeah, it's a little bit warmer. Yeah.
And so let's start at 9. And then we can kind of take our time. We'll still have lunch, but we can just take our time. We won't have to rush. And so we'll start at 9 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, Greg. The funny thing is those properties that we see that are vacant and they've been sitting there, and then when we see them in the late morning, it's burning hot inside those vacant properties. So it is good to start it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, the weather's been kind of unseasonably cool. I don't know what the weather's going to be like Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not raining. Our high is 82, so we'll be fine.
Yeah. I'll get the word out tomorrow, and so that everyone knows.
Okay. And then, Jay, send me a text. Let me know how that deal is coming along, the one you've been working on the last, say, 48 hours. Let me know how that's going. Or you can call me. Let me know how that's going. All right, you guys. Let's get out there. I was excited to be on PropStream today. and I'm really starting to figure it out. And I do see lots of opportunity for all of us there. And so it's just about kind of navigating through, figuring it out. I'm going to try to be on a webinar. They have webinars almost every day, if not every day. And then they have some that are recorded. There was one yesterday that was recorded that I'll take a look at. But the more we try to educate ourselves, the better off we're going to be. And so, all right, you guys, that's all I have. You guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you guys Friday. Come network, ask questions, be on the panel. And then we'll see you guys Saturday as well. All right. Take care. Good night.
Good night, guys. Take care.